What do you take with you when you run?
Us runners love our stuff, and as we accumulate more things, we need to figure out how to carry them.
Cue the running vest. These handy little packs are very much a runner's best friend and are a must-have for many people in their running equipment.
There are so many choices out there, so the Running Channel team have been putting the best packs to the test.
Running packs come in all different shapes, sizes, colours and have so many different features. So before we reveal our top picks, we're going to talk to you about some key considerations before you choose which one's right for you.
Yeah, so I think the first thing you want to think about is the capacity. So all of these packs come with a size and it's in litres. That doesn't mean that that's the amount of liquid that you can carry. That's the overall capacity of the pack, and that's taking into consideration all of the compartments and all of the pockets.
Yeah, so your smaller packs of up to 5 litres are just going to be for those key essential things. So it's perfect if you're doing a training run or you're going to race day itself.
Yeah, and if it goes to 5 or 10 litres, you've got more room in there, so you can put in a spare top, maybe a raincoat, some food, any other essentials that you might want. And you could definitely use those for all your training runs, and probably also take them into races if you want to do marathon or trail runs. If you're doing a longer run though, or there's more extreme weather, then you might want to look at a pack that is 10 litres or above.
A really essential part of a pack is how secure it keeps your belongings. So for me, who loses a lot of things, that zippy pocket, which is pretty standard in a lot of packs, is really key for things like your phone or your car keys or whatever else you need. And then the back, the larger bit, has lots of different variations of how you access that and offers lots of different protection and storage space options.
And let's not forget, these are hydration packs, so these are designed to carry hydration. I really don't like carrying water in my hands, so this is a hands-free option to be able to take all the liquid that I want on my runs with me. But also it's important that it's easy to access it, whether it's in the front or the back. I want to be able to drink it without having to take these flasks out.
Yeah, and that's where these two 500ml flasks often come in. So they're normally in the front of your pack. And then if you do want a larger storage space for more water, then that's where the bladder comes in. So it's really key to look at where the water stations are on your race, for example, and that could influence your decision massively on what pack you need.
And also, if you're getting this pack for a particular race, then definitely look at the mandatory kit list, because depending on what is on that kit list will depend on the size of the pack that you're going to want. If there's a lot of stuff there, say you need extra jackets or you need to have a large amount of water with you, then you're going to want to look for a larger pack. So as well as thinking about the pack's capacity and the amount of liquid you can carry, you want to think about the fit, the comfort and the durability.
Yeah, so you want to look as well if they're unisex or if these packs come specifically for men or women, and that could help you decide as well how it fits best.
Yeah, and we're all different sizes and we run in different ways. So if you're a bouncy runner or a shuffling runner, you might want a pack that actually fits differently. So I think you want to try these packs on, but also remember to try them on with stuff in. They fit and feel very different when you've got the flasks in and you've got the pack loaded up at the back.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're running longer distances, then that pack is going to feel different after about 20 kilometers or, you know, however far you're going. So make sure it's got a really snug fit and that it doesn't chafe, blister, or any kind of rubbing, because that's going to be really essential for when you're getting further down that longer distance.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than being out on a run and you're just getting annoyed by this pack bouncing up and down, and you know you've still got to wear that for however many more hours. It's really annoying.
Okay, to keep this simple, we've categorised all of the packs in order of their size, and we've also got an additional category to cover those best budget-friendly options.
Yep, and these have all been tested by people in the Running Channel office. They've shared their thoughts with us and we are sharing them with you, but no brands have paid to be part of this.
Yeah, so make sure you subscribe to our channel because we're going to do lots of upcoming best roundups, and while you're there, drop us a message on what you'd like us to test next. Right, so we're going to kick it off with some of those smaller end packs, so those that are up to about 5 litres.
Yeah, so in this category we have got the Silver Stride 5, we've got the Montane Gecko VP Plus, we've got the Inov8 Summit Run, and we have got the Camelbak Circuit Run.
Woohoo! Let's start with the silver pack. So I've spent a long time with this and it has got a lot of the features that I really like. So 2 zip pockets in the front. It's also got storage to kind of keep things accessible, as well as those flask spaces. And it has got a lot of adjustment straps on it to make sure it's nice and tight on you. But I would say that I wish I'd gone down a size, and I know that we've found that within the office as well, is that maybe go down from your normal size, because it does just fit a little bit bigger than it would, and that means that things bounce around a little bit more, and then, you know, that's going to cause more chafing. I didn't actually get any chafing, but I did think things like rubbed against my ribs a little bit. So yeah, if I'd managed to like spend a little bit more time adjusting those straps, I think that would conquer that problem.
Now, these packs are all up to around 5 litres, but what makes them different is the amount of pocketing and the configuration of the pockets. So what was the back of this one like?
Yeah, so it has actually got space for a bladder, I think, but I just used it to put my sandwiches in.
Yeah. And how about the bottom section here?
Yeah, you can obviously, there's space for poles in a lot of these things if you did want to use it as a longer distance run, but you know, you could also put something practical like a raincoat.
Or more sandwiches.
Or more sandwiches.
All right, so onto the Montane. So this is the Gecko VP Plus and the Gecko VP 5 Plus. So they're quite similar. From the front, they look very similar. The 5 Plus has an extra Velcro strap on it, which I liked. I tested this one and I really liked the pocketing in it. One thing that I definitely like in the 5 Plus is it has a bit more storage space in the back, including a zip pocket. So you've got a really nice big zip pocket that goes all the way down, but then you've also got an easily accessible space in the top. And I use that for a jacket or an extra layer, so it was really easy to access that.
Yeah, I really like it when it has these like quick access grips as well, to make sure that you can really like, you can undo it quickly and get it off, on and on quickly. Yeah,
it was really easy to take that off and put it on again. The one thing actually I did want in this was a smaller pocket for like a debit card or my keys. So it's got these bigger zips and they store loads of space, and my phone went in there nicely. But I always want a smaller pocket as well.
Super essential though to take your phone so you can take lots of pictures on your own. On to next is the North Face one, which I actually really like a white hydration vest. I don't know about you, but it just looks kind of like, until it gets dirty, it looks beautiful. But this has got loads of space in the front. Again, it's got different expansion options. So if your flask is a little bit bigger, then you can open that one up. Again, pockets at the front. And what I really like about this one is that it's really lightweight. Like the material feels like it's super breathable. And in the back, it has got 3 different sections. So you can then compartmentalize the bits in the back a lot better. Again, lots of strings to tighten, and yeah, overall a great looking vest, I'd say. Yeah,
one of the things I like about this is in the back, it uses a really quick dry material. So if you're out on a hot day, there's chances are you're going to be quite sweaty in your back, but it feels like there's going to be some protection against that, which is a really good feature in these packs.
Depending on how many different options you want for the keys, like you were saying, this one does just have the one zip on one side, so just bear in mind if you do want an extra one of those, but still lots of options.
And then in the Camelbak circuit run, so this is the only one that we've got with an actual bladder, or specifically only a bladder. It's a bit lighter on the overall storage, so if you're someone that perhaps doesn't like having things on your front when you run, then this could be a good option. It is smaller in capacity overall though, so while it has these front pockets and you can put soft glass in the front, they don't feel as secure when they're in there compared to some of the other packs, just because of the way that this is built.
Okay, so the moment of truth, which one's our favourite, Mark?
Yeah, so our favourite pick for this one is the Montane Gecko VP 5 Plus. It's a 5 litre pack, but actually it feels a lot bigger. The durability is really good, the comfort is really good, and I think the configuration and the number of different pockets, it just makes this a really excellent choice. Onto the 5 litre to 10 litre pack. So these are going to be perfect if you want to carry a bit more stuff. Maybe an extra layer, an extra jacket, a bit more food, but also still all that water that you need.
Yeah, so we've got the Rab Veil 6 and we've also got the Inov8 Race Pack 8. Both really good contenders, I'd say.
Yeah, so the Rab is a really nice pack. Really like how it looks, loads of storage space. So you've got this great large section in the back that goes all the way down, and also when you look in here there is a really good zip compartment.
Yeah, I love that,
which is really good. I think this is something that all packs should have, but not all packs do have, but it's really good for keys, phone, debit card, something like that.
Yeah, and stuff that you don't really need to like access easily, but you don't need in your front pockets. I always think keys, if they're jingling in the front, it can be a bit annoying, but yeah, I think nice things to secure your bottles in there, and it's just got loads of nice access points with 2 zippy pockets in the front as well to keep everything safe.
Yeah, it works together really well. Cool feature at the bottom is this sort of little grippy texture, which is nice to keep it in place. But one thing that Meg, who tested this, mentioned was the material. So it feels a little scratchy. So if you're wearing a vest, for example, then it might scratch a little bit. But the benefit of this is that it's designed to be really good for moisture management. So if it's really hot or you're a particularly sweaty runner, then this could be good.
Yeah, super helpful. And then next we have the Inov8 Race Pack 8. So this one, I mean, I really like the colour of it. It does depend what else you're wearing, doesn't it? But you'll definitely be spotted on the mountains with this. What's really nice is that it does have 2 different pocket options on the front. So it has your zip on one side and then it also has them really nice spacious on the other side.
Yeah, Sarah tested this and she used this as a Haribo pocket, which is very important.
Very important.
I like the back, so there's loads of room in here. So this is 8 litre, but actually it folds down nicely and it expands. So if you've only got a small amount of stuff in here, it doesn't feel like it's a really big pack. But equally, if you need to carry lots of stuff, then it expands out really well.
Yeah, and it's just one big pocket as well. So if you want to just like shove everything in there and don't need to access it throughout, then it could be quite nice just bung it in and forget about it.
Yeah, definitely. I think one other feature is the breathability. So really comfortable, but you've also got these mesh cutouts, so it doesn't feel too hot.
it also is quite budget friendly, I'd say, so you get a lot for what you're spending on it. But let's go into our favourite.
Yeah, so I think we're going to go with the Inov8.
Yeah, really nice.
Like you said, the price is really good for this. It's got all the pocketing that you need, and I think the capacity to go up to 8 litres is just great.
Into the final one of our size categories, which is the 10 litre plus ones. So these are where you're stepping up into a bit more of those ultra distances, maybe some trail races, where you're going to be out for a little bit longer and you might need to carry a bit more kit with you.
Yep, exactly. And in this category, we are testing the Salomon Advanced Skin 12, the Rab Veil 12, and the Ultimate Performance Ellen Race Vest.
Yeah, let's go straight in with the Salomon. So this one is so good just because the way it fits. I think it is just a really nice snug fit to you. Plus these elasticated bits on the front are easy release, but also kind of, you might have those fuller bottles at the start, and then as you start eating through your snacks and your water, you can tighten them and adjust them as you're moving along as well.
Yeah, I've worn this for lots of runs, up to 100 kilometers. So it really fits. It really fits well, and it kind of clings to your body well and moves with you in a really nice way.
Yeah, I really like how these pockets come up so high as well, because there is loads of room, but then it means that you don't feel like you're going to have things falling out, so you can access them easily. And then onto the back of it as well, you have just got a lot of room. Like the back pocket there is everything in there, but then you've got a zip as well, which can keep everything in securely.
Yeah. And because it expands up, again, we said this with other packs, but it doesn't feel too big. So it expands when you need it to, but is not really bulky when you don't have as much in there. Okay, so onto the Rab Veil 12. So we've already looked at the Rab Veil 6, so this is the bigger version of that. It has a similar material inside, which again is there for breathability. So Owen wore this on a really hot day, and he said it didn't feel like it got really heavy when he got sweaty, which is a great feature for a pack like this.
Yeah, and it has got lots of the same features as before, but on the back you just obviously have a lot more room. So I quite like how this kind of folds down. It's a bit of a flap, which obviously expands as you put more in, and then again it can sit flat against you when you have a little bit less stuff to carry.
Yeah, and often the things that you put in the top are going to be maybe the layers that you take off or want to add on. So it might be a base layer, it might be a jacket. You know, you might get halfway through a race and think, oh, I'm too hot. Take that off and just stuff it in the top. So you've got this great capacity for it up there.
So that leads us nicely onto the Ultimate Performance. This one does look quite different to ones we've seen before. So if you are wanting one with a bit more kind of breathability at the sides, then this one just has straps across. So it is a bit of a different style there. Yeah,
but loads of capacity. So even though it doesn't have the side parts, this back is great. So you've got a big open mesh section there. You've then got a big zip compartment inside where you can get a lot of things in there.
You can take everything for work in that, can't you?
Yeah, exactly. Obviously the more distinctive feature of this is these water bottles. So they're going to sit lower. Personally, I'm not a fan of these ones. I quite like to be able to go down and drink into the bottle rather than having these sort of in my eye line as I'm running along.
Yeah, it completely depends on how accessible you want those and whether that's kind of, you're someone that just nips to the side to get a bit of water. And it has got a nice little pocket in the front here as well. Plus, it's nice and bright, which is nice for a rainy day.
It is nice and colourful. So what do you reckon the best one in this category is?
So we're going to go for our top contender as the Salomon pack. Like, this is just amazing all-rounder. I think we just think it fits really nicely and can be really adaptable to whatever distance you want to do.
Yeah, and this one comes in different sizes as well. So this is a 12, but it has smaller ones. I think it's really durable. I've got one of these packs in a smaller size I've had for years. I've washed it so many times, but it's still in a really good condition. So these packs can be quite expensive, but you do get a lot of kit for your money. But saying that, we wanted to look at some of the cheaper ones in the market. So we've got some of the best budget picks here, and this is everything up to £70.
Yeah, so we've got the Inov8 Race Pack 8, the Utobest UTR 112, the Harrier Kerber 5 litre, and the Kipron Trail Competition Vest.
The Inov8 one, we put this in another category, but we think the price point for this is really good that we wanted to put it in this category as well. Really breathable, loads of storage capacity, looks great, just a really good pack.
Yeah, and for only £60. Yep. And we've also got the Utobest. So this one hasn't got loads of capacity for storing things. You can store a thin layer in the back, and it's got a few pockets at the front, but probably more for one if you want to just kind of keep your keys and phone if you haven't got many pockets in your shorts, or if you just want like a thin layer in like an autumn race.
Yeah, it doesn't have much room for water, so you might be able to get a small soft flask in there, but you certainly couldn't carry a litre like the rest of these. And actually on water bottles, because these are at the budget end of the market, they don't all come with their own soft flask. So a lot of us already have them, so we don't need more of them. But if you do, then you can find the ones which are going to fit right to that pack.
We've also got the Harrier pack. This one is a bit more spacious, so it's a 5 litre, but it feels like you can carry a lot in there. I personally think because there's so many pockets, you might end up losing things because there's that many in there.
Yeah, I would forget where I put things in this because there's zips here, there's pockets here, there's zips here, there's this whole back section has like 2 or 3 separate sections which actually don't like come together, which is, it's huge. So it feels like you're getting a lot of storage for the money and for the size of the pack. But as a pack, it is quite heavy.
Yeah, I think it feels like it's got a lot of padding, which is really nice for comfort, but you maybe want to go into it in a bit of a colder race or when you're going out on those training runs in the winter because it might keep you a little bit warmer. And
then onto the final one, which actually is kind of the opposite. It's very lightweight. It feels almost like race material. The quality of this is really nice. Space for a couple of bottles in the front, good zip compartment, and actually loads of space in the back.
Yeah, it's got a really nice little pocket as well, hasn't it, where it's kind of separates it from the rest.
Yep.
But yeah, really nice. I love how it's white, it's very clean. Definitely feels like race vest material, kind of similar to that. What is different on this, which is similar to Harrier, is that it's got these clips, so probably not one that you want to be taking on and off a lot, which I think is probably more suitable to a race environment.
Absolutely. So which one's our favourite?
So Kipron, I think, is an outstanding winner here. It is similar cost to the Uto Best, but it has just got, it kind of has the whole piece all together, doesn't it? It's nice and lightweight. It's got all the storage space. Just love it.
And it looks good.
There we go. Hopefully that is going to help you pick the right running pack for you.
Yeah, but before we go, we do want to crown our overall winner. So Mark, do you want to go first?
Yes, we're going to have an honourable mention first, and that is for the Montane Gecko VP5 Plus. Really great pack, loads of storage, and I think the pocketing in that for me is really good. But for me, the winner is the Salomon Advanced Skin 12. It's just a really good pack. There's a reason you see a lot of runners wearing this. It fits so comfortably, the storage is excellent, and just great all-round pack.
Yeah, I do love that one as well, but for the price point of this and what you get in it, I am gonna have to choose the Inov8 Race Pack 8 because it's £60, you get so much storage, it's got everything you need really, and it's just all around great.
Yeah, and it does come in other colours if that is not quite the one for you. There we go, they are the best running packs of 2025. Now let us know in the comments what other roundup videos you'd love to see from us, and also check out this video of the best running headphones so you can start collecting things to put in your pack.